Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. Today we'll be discussing some of the most deadly potions known within the wizarding world of Harry Potter. From the Philosopher's Stone right through to the Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter and his friends and allies come up against many dark and dangerous things, with the most obvious being Voldemort, Unforgivable Curses, specifically the Killing Curse, and Horcruxes. However, there are plenty of other ways that witches and wizards who are not the chosen one can meet their end in the wizarding world. From death-dealing magical beings to plants that can kill, there is no shortage of potentially fatal spells, encounters, and objects throughout the series. One of the most overlooked dangers, however, comes in the form of potions. When brewed correctly, these powerful draughts can make people fall in love or change the course of the future with fabricated luck. And of course, some of them can even kill. So in today's video, I'll be focusing on the top 5 most deadly potions, ranking them in order from the least dangerous to the most. To start things off, coming in at number 5, we have 5. Verity Serum. Also known as a Truth Serum, Verity Serum can make a person reveal the truth with just a few drops, as described in the following passage from the Goblet of Fire. It is Verity Serum, a truth potion so powerful that 3 drops would have you spilling your innermost secrets for this entire class to hear. Of course, in itself, this is not a potion that would be defined as deadly or poisonous, and yet the dangers of being forced to share whatever the administrator of the potion asks is quite obvious, especially in the context of the wizarding world during the First and Second Wars against Voldemort. For example, imagine the Dark Lord had chosen to slip Verity Serum into the drinks of every Death Eater, including Severus Snape, who had pledged allegiance to him and asked where their true loyalties lay. The truth from Professor Snape, that he was actually working in support of the Order of the Phoenix and had been a double agent operating against the Dark Lord for decades, would have resulted in Severus' most certain death, and likely the deaths of many other members of the Order of the Phoenix, who Snape surely would have implicated while under the influence of the Truth Serum. So, as you can see, it has the potential to be rather deadly stuff indeed. 4. The Emerald Potion. Also referred to as the Drink of Despair, the Emerald Potion was the liquid protecting the locket Albus Dumbledore believed to be another one of Voldemort's Horcruxes in the Half-Blood Prince. Together with Harry, Dumbledore discovered it in a basin located in a dark and mysterious cave, deducing that it must be drunk in order to retrieve the item within. This potion cannot be penetrated by hand, vanished, parted, scooped up, or siphoned away, nor can it be transfigured, charmed, or otherwise made to change its nature. I can only conclude this potion is supposed to be drunk. The effects of this potion, which were then displayed by Dumbledore as he drank more and more of it, were pain, fear, delirium, and thirst. With this in mind, it's likely that the main use of the Emerald Potion is to protect items of great value. As the effects of the Drink of Despair basically incapacitate the drinker, it would then be easy for the owner of whatever item the potion was protecting to apprehend or kill any trespassers. So while the Emerald Potion isn't technically deadly itself, it makes the drinker so weak that they are vulnerable to attacks that very well could be. 3. Draught of Living Death. This potion is exactly what it sounds like, a liquid that when consumed puts the drinker into such a powerful slumber that they appear to be almost dead, even though they are not. Concocted by mixing asphodel and infusion of wormwood, the dangers of the Draught of Living Death are quite obvious. Drink it and you become suspended in animation, unable to observe, move, or think. Similarly to the Emerald Potion, this draught wouldn't be what actually kills you, but it would put you into such a vulnerable state that you'd be unable to ward off any threat, no matter how small. 2. Ganing Gas. Despite its description as a gas, this is indeed a potion that is concocted by witch or wizard intent on causing harm. Unlike the first few potions we've discussed today, Ganing Gas has the ability to kill its victims, not just subdue them. It's colorless in nature, making it rather difficult to detect. This means that anyone who accidentally walks through it is likely to choke on it and die due to suffocation. Ganing Gas's reputation as a deadly potion is so respected that in the Order of the Phoenix, Ginny Weasley was able to use it as an excuse to deter students from entering a certain part of the castle. "You can't come down here," Ginny was calling to the crowd. "No, sorry. You're going to have to go around by the swiveling staircase. Someone's let off Ganing Gas just along here." They could hear people complaining. One surly voice said, "I can't see no gas." "That's because it's colourless," said Ginny in a convincingly exasperated voice. "But if you want to walk through it, carry on. Then we'll have your body as proof for the next idiot who doesn't believe us." 1. Death Potion. Once again, there's no lack of mystery as to what the number 1 most deadly potion on today's list does. But I'll go ahead and say it anyways. The Death Potion kills people. Interestingly enough though, this potion does not need to be consumed to be effective, although I'm sure that would also do the trick. Rather, it is an incredibly corrosive liquid that simply burns its victims to death. Black in colour and resembling an intensely hot, tar-like substance, the Death Potion was used in the US by the Magical Congress of the United States of America, otherwise known as MACUSA, to execute those convicted of crimes. At least when used by MACUSA, those sentenced to death by Death Potion had their happiest memories added to the potion before they were submerged, which kept the victims subdued as they were lowered into the liquid and burned alive. So, as a brew that both kills people and makes them enjoy it, the Death Potion is clearly the winner for the most deadly potion in all of the wizarding world. And that concludes what I would deem to be the 5 most deadly. However, there are some very honourable mentions. These include Amortentia, a love potion that creates a powerful obsession or infatuation in the drinker, and Polyjuice Potion, a powerful tonic that allows the drinker to assume the appearance of another person. I'm sure you can imagine that either of these potions in the wrong hands could have disastrous consequences. After all, it was a love potion that resulted in Lord Voldemort, as his mother used one on his father and conceived Tom out of a loveless union. And it was a Polyjuice Potion that enabled Barty Crouch Jr. to impersonate Mad-Eye Moody for an entire school year. And with that, we've come to the end of today's video. What did you think? Do you agree with my picks, or did I miss any obvious examples? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, remember, it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live